when it comes to LEGO superheroes, and especially custom LEGO, it's going to be pretty unlikely to get some villain characters like in the X-Men here. Since collecting, really these two have been the only figures that have come out that I've really wanted. I was lucky enough to get the Ling Juggernaut here after the fact from the secondhand market. So when I saw that Ling also put out Apocalypse, I thought this would be a great figure to pick out, just because, like I just said, you're not going to be able to get that many villain characters. And I don't know if there's going to be somebody putting out Apocalypse in the future. So got this one. Let's go ahead and check out the packaging. You can see it comes in a really nice plastic case here, foam surrounding the figure with slots in the sides for the accessories. Like all of Ling's figures, it comes with a little plaque that's printed with the character. And this is going to be basically the same setup as the Juggernaut I reviewed recently. On the back always includes a write-up of the character, just describing their origins, what their power set is, usually a quote as well, and a little render of the character. So nice way to protect the figure and just keep everything nice and secure during shipping. At first glance, Apocalypse here is looking great. I'm loving the combo of dark blue and lighter blue. The molded plastic there matches pretty close to the print on the torso. You know, the ink might be a little bit darker, but I think having the 3 shades of blue is fine as well. The boots feature a nice gray that is a little bit bluer, so still thematic. You can see some other accents on the printing that match that same type of gray. Something cool to note is that these boots are also printed on the insides of the legs. You can see that there. More detail is always appreciated, especially when it comes to some of these more expensive figures. Every little detail counts. Getting the arms, they have a little bit of a molded accessory there for whatever you would call those little bits. And same goes for this backpack. And you can see there are a couple holes on the back there, which are meant to be used with the molded pipes. This is where my complaints with this figure kind of lie, is that these don't really seem like they're going to fit very well, but I'll try and get them on off camera and show them off. And after a very painful process, I was able to get one almost on and another one barely on. The system for these pipe tentacle things is honestly not good, bordering on terrible, where the connection point is just so shallow. So on the wrist sort of parts, it's pretty easy to actually get them on, but at least on my copy of this backpack part, the tubes are way too small, or the holes I should say, on the backpack, and the tubes are too wide, so they just don't fit right. And if you're going to move the arm in any sort of way, it's going to pop off. So I really think this should have been designed really any other way. I think some sort of testing should have been done to make this actually work. Whether it was the pipes were permanently attached to the backpack part in some way with glue, or if they were glued to the arms. But overall, something should have been done to actually hold them onto the figure, because what they're doing right now, not a great system, doesn't work. It's at least good that the figure looks good without them, so that's an option. Otherwise, I'm sure you could glue them in some way. But I don't want to have to modify my super expensive figure, because, you know, you could just shave down those ends of the pipes or make the holes wider. But it should just come functional, at least that's my opinion. Another kind of cool detail is on the inside of the arm, they did do some printing. A lot of other brands, when they have the sort of wrist guard parts, they won't print the inside, so extra little bit detail there. Goes and makes this probably one of the better options for Apocalypse, like I kind of talked about earlier. And other than the pipes, you know, I am pretty happy with this figure, but I feel like when that is one of your main molded details, it stands out when it doesn't work the way I would like it to. So, bummer there. I'll take off the molded parts so we can see the rest of the figure. And I say this will be a positive, is that they do have a nice detailed gauntlet sort of print, so taking off the molded parts still leaves a full figure with a great amount of detail. Also featuring nice wraparound printing on the sides to continue that belt design. So that's cool to see. And you know what? You look at it, and this is Apocalypse. I do think having a bigger figure in some way would be nice. Something along the lines of what Jin did for Venom and Anti-Venom would be cool. but I don't think Ling has really done one of those in-between figures, so it makes sense that they didn't go with that type of design. But print-wise, this is great. Even more details like the side of the mouth connecting perfectly with the front of the face. They've always done a great job getting those wraparound prints and just continuing the detail all the way around. So that definitely helps this figure a lot. Let's get to the comparisons and the final verdict. Basically, my only rule with custom X-Men figures is that they need to fit in with the other customs I have, as well as the official figures. And while it does have a greater amount of detail than some of these other designs, I do think that this definitely fits the aesthetic for the character, and on top of that is a great representation of the character. It's not perfect though, like I mentioned, the pipes, tubes, whatever you want to call those. I don't think that's the best system for them. When you really hassle through getting them on, it does look good enough, but I think being unable to move the arms at all without them constantly popping off is a bit ridiculous and not really what I'm looking for. Like I pointed out though, you can take those off and it is a decent figure. It's kind of nice seeing it next to these other characters that also have the cool molded accessories. It definitely fits in. I like the color design, and other than the piping on the back, I think it is a great character, great figure. So if they just gone to the drawing board and play tested a little bit more, I think this really could have been the perfect Apocalypse figure. If you want to see more custom LEGO X-Men videos, or other custom videos overall, check out all the videos on my channel. I've been Brick Ratty Op, and I'll see you in the next video.